What's going on? It's your boy Sermon at Sermon's Domain on Twitter. Busta Rhymes is back with a new mixtape that he released on Christmas titled Return of the Dragon. In parentheses, the Abstract went on vacation. If you know who the Abstract is, that's Q-Tip. And last Christmas, the two put out a mixtape, The Dragon and the Abstract. And it was pretty much just kind of underlying their history together, records that they did in the 90s and, 2000s and some remixes. And I think there was a few new records on there. But ultimately, I was kind of disappointed. I wanted to see more out of, the two because I respect both of them as artists and I still think they do really good music. So I was hoping for, like a full-blown collaborative project. And maybe that's what they're kind of gearing up for. And the intro... I like the intro. I'm not a big fan of like talking skits, but I think Busta Rhymes and Q-Tip, they have chemistry when they talk together. And basically, the basis of the intro is that Q-Tip is going, on vacation. So instead of doing another tape together, Busta Rhymes is out to fend for himself to create a body of work on his own. And, Q-Tip kind of checks in halfway through, and then at the end, they talk about doing a project together. Hopefully they're joking when they say they were going to do 15 songs of a minute and a half each. I don't know. It didn't sound like they were, laughing about it, but who knows? I don't view them as that type. But I am excited to know that they plan to do, a collaborative project at some point, whether it's a mixtape or an album. I think Q-Tip is very underrated, and we don't get enough from him nowadays. He just kind of pops up sporadically. Getting into the material though, I like the fact that Busta Rhymes worked with a lot of different people because it shows his range. It shows how versatile he is. Three names that popped out to me because I haven't seen him in a while: Jay Holiday, he's on Hits for Days; Sean Paul, and Leaders of the New School. Busta Rhymes' old group. I like the fact that they kind of reunited for a little record. It was a little short. I kind of was expecting, a little bit more, but I'm appreciative of that record. It was nice. It was cool. He has Chance the Rapper on the mixtape, and they did a record called Hello. And while I'm not a fan of Chance the Rapper, I just can't get past the voice. I know, it's crazy. I do salute him because his verse was killer. He went in. It was like, I don't know how many bars he did, but it was a longer verse than normal. And he went in, which I think made Busta Rhymes feel the need to go in because he definitely was spitting. Then he initiated his fast flow, towards the end. And they also flipped I Got Five on it. I know that's not the original sample, but when you think of the sample that you hear on Hello, you think of, at least hip-hop wise, you're going to think of I Got Five on it, or Puff Daddy Satisfy You. You're not going to think about Why You Treat Me So Bad, as the original record. You're thinking of I Got Five on it. So I like that record a lot. You can tell that some of the music kind of been sitting for years. Not to say that there's like outdated references, but he has a record with Waka Flocka and Gucci Mane on it called UFC, in parentheses, Tap Out. And having those two on a record, in 2015 shows how old the record is because they don't make music together anymore. But I gotta highlight Gucci Mane's verse. He said, "Call me Goldberg when that fucking desert in my hand." And I like that record. If you know about wrestling, you know about me a little bit. I love wrestling, so anytime you have an artist that drops a wrestling reference, I love it. I love the fact that he said, the Goldberg reference, because it could mean different things. The bullets are charging at you like a spear, or how just unstoppable Goldberg was, and that's how unstoppable is Gucci Mane is. As you can see, I kind of thought about it way too much. In the line prior, he also referenced Macho Man diving off the top rope. So I don't know, I wasn't expecting Gucci to drop that kind of knowledge like that, at least wrestling wise. This is Busta Rhymes' best project I've heard in years. I go through these different, what's the term? Like these seasons with Busta Rhymes. One season I like him, the next I kind of ignore him, and the next I like him again. now I'm in that season where I like him again, and I'm really anticipating, his next album. I feel like the material on here could have been an album. I mean, you listen to like Your Loss with Mary J. Blige. That record is great. It's introspective. You could tell something set Busta off when he was, writing that, because he sounds very passionate. Um, oh, there's a record called Real Niggas with Rick Ross, and I've heard this beat. It's Jalil Beats. I looked up his discography. I tried to pin it back. I've heard the beat before. I don't know where I've heard the beat, but this beat sounds so familiar. And I know you can make the joke, Jalil Beats, a lot of his stuff sounds similar, but this one, I swear I've heard that beat somewhere else. If you know what it is, let me know in the comment section below. Um, but like I said, this is Busta Rhymes' best project in years. I'm very glad that he put it out, and I'm glad that Q-Tip went on vacation to allow this to happen. And I'm looking forward to both of them collaborating, doing some kind of a project in the near future. And definitely go download, the Return of the Dragon. And now I got 3 questions for you. Which guest features worked well with Busta Rhymes? He has a very diverse, set. You got Wiz Khalifa, and you got Raekwon, you got Waka Flocka, Gucci, all these different people. New school, old school, whatever. Which ones worked well with Busta? Number 2, do you think it was smart to release this for free? This is some of his best material in a long time, so it kind of sets the bar a little bit higher, for his next album. So, do you think it was smart? Number 3, are you hoping for a Busta and Q-Tip album in 2016? I am going to say hell yeah, and I hope you say the same. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and then like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already, share the video, follow me on Twitter at SermonsDomain. As always, man, thank you for your time. I appreciate you for watching, and until next time, peace.